Hello everyone, it's Andres, and in today I will share and discuss the results of my teacher interviews about the use of technology in the classroom, as well as the results of my student surveys. I will go ahead and continue with the teacher interviews. So I interviewed three teachers that teach different age levels. One is a teacher at a kindergarten, one is a primary school teacher, and one is a high school teacher. These are the questions that I asked them. Please feel free to pause and have a look at the questions if you feel you need to do that. I started off my interview by asking them whether they make use of technology in the classroom, and then asked them to specify the tech they use and how it has helped them to improve their lessons. All of the teachers that I interviewed made use of technology in the classroom, and the one piece of equipment that they all seem to use the most is a interactive whiteboard or a touchscreen monitor to facilitate their lessons. They all mentioned that they use interactive whiteboards to showcase their PPTs, play videos, do drag and drop activities, and it's got students a lot more involved and engaged during lessons. I myself make use of a whiteboard, tech whiteboard, so I can confirm that this piece of technology is quite vital for my day-to-day teaching as well. One piece of tech that the teachers made use of a lot of as well was a Bluetooth speaker. Some made use of projectors and laptops, and some schools even had iPads. What I found really interesting is that the high school and the kindergarten teachers, they had access to laptops and iPads at their school, so students didn't have to bring their own. The primary school didn't have any tech on the school premises, and students were not really allowed to bring their own tech to use at school either. All the teachers do agree that technology has had a major positive impact on their teaching and their students' involvement and participation in lessons and the classroom activities. One teacher uses a program called Class Dojo so that students can check attendance, and they use it as a classroom management tool to help them keep track of the performance of the students. They can give house points or individual points for good behavior and the completion of classwork as well as homework. The students of this particular class can view their individual scores and their house scores and do self-assessment and peer assessment to see where they can improve as individuals on their grades, behavior, or the skills. They also find it easier, the teachers that I interviewed also find it easier to differentiate the classwork and activities for students who need special attention in certain areas and focus on improving their grades and skills to meet their specific needs by using technology. I also asked teachers if they haven't got any problems using technology, and there's the basic run-of-the-mill problems like bad internet connection or maintenance of the whiteboards that need some software updates or just general maintenance. On the other hand, the high school teacher mentioned to me that some of his students can get distracted a lot of the times by using their personal phones, by texting or even looking up inappropriate topics during class. He also made mention that he had to stop using a certain piece of technology because students figured out how to disable it with their phones, so they had to stop using it. Okay. So other drawbacks are that students can be less interested in their physical reading and writing activities, and the use of low-tech devices like workbooks, student books, and writing and craft materials become less interesting, and it loses their appeal. It's therefore important to take note and acknowledge the implications and roadblocks that we can encounter when we are using technology. All the teachers that I interviewed agree that technology has made a major positive impact on their lives in regards to the level of access and ability, and the ability it provides for them and the students to have access to information in a very short amount of time. It also improves student level of engagement and keeps students on task and focused. I have noticed in the discussion forum that many of the teachers in our cohort used similar technology to supplement their lessons, and there are some teachers whose schools are affluent but pretty much ignore the facts of technology in the classroom and doesn't really want to spend money using it, which causes a bit of frustration from the teachers and the student sides, I guess. Now, moving on to my interviews. The age group that I aimed my survey towards were between the ages of 7 and 9, and I generally kept the questions quite direct but not invasive, so I can get a organic response from kids. So these are the questions that I asked them, and what I pretty much wanted to know was what students' general attitudes are towards school and their relationship with their family and peers, and how much they use technology to help them with schoolwork, their basic reading and writing skills, and when they feel and whether they feel like they fit into their school environment. So there is a link for the results on this. I did like a survey on SurveyMonkey, so you can just click on the link and look at the stats and the results. So what I've gathered from my survey is that the majority of the students enjoy going to school and get help and assistance from their parents with their homework, and they do make use of technology and the internet to help them finish and complete their homework and some other school activities. There's also a strong support system from their teachers, and they all do pretty well with their reading and writing, which is pretty good. My question that I used to determine special needs was that, are you capable of doing difficult things? Again, I didn't want to be too invasive. I did want to get like an organic response from kids when I'm doing the survey. So it has come to my attention that students do make use of technology to assist them with their schoolwork, and they are probably quite acquainted and comfortable with using the technology. They also have the support from their parents and the teachers at the same time, which is very good. So what I have gathered is that technology is clearly making a dynamic impact on the performance and outcomes of students. And if teachers take the time to research and improve their skills using technology, then it would make their own jobs much easier and make teaching more effective for the future. I personally think that I could probably benefit from using like a tablet or something in my classroom to help differentiate lessons for students who are struggling with behavioral, or it might be their grades, or it could be social or emotional. So I could definitely make some use of that. So guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was informative, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Thank you. Bye.